If you are a business coach posting consistently on social media, getting decent views and engagement, but your site account still looks like a desert, this video is for you. Because here is what's exactly happening, and I need you to hear that. You're building awareness, not authority. People see you, but they don't trust you. You're focused on going viral, not getting visible to your ideal clients. You're dropping gems, but never telling people where to pick them up. This is the silent killer of coaching businesses. You're putting in the work, you're showing up daily, you're doing everything right, but still stuck in an audience that doesn't convert. You're famous, but you can't scale. The problem isn't the content itself, it's the system behind the content or the lack of it. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to fix that.
Part 1. Why views will not equal to sales. Let's crush the biggest myth in the content game, that views equal success. They don't even come close. A million views with no conversions, that's vanity. It's like throwing a party and nobody shows up to buy. They just eat snacks and leave. You may be the smartest coach alive, but if your audience doesn't know that they need you, you'll keep entertaining, not enrolling. And that disconnect you have comes from a lack of positioning. It's like walking into a room and shouting advice to strangers who never ask. Your content might be valuable, but if it doesn't feel like it's for them, they'll scroll. Why is this thinking wrong? Because views are metrics and sales are outcome. And those two live in a completely different worlds. Yes, having millions of views is cool and everything. It also might help you, but it will never define your success. A real life example, there are coaches getting millions of views a month, but they are broke. Meanwhile, there are creators getting 50k views a month but pulling 100k plus in sales. Why? Because their content was built to convert, not just to entertain. Here is the mindset shift. Content is not a popularity contest, it's a positioning tool. The more you appear in front of the right people and the right audience, the more money and sales you will make. Ask yourself this: if the person you are talking to doesn't even need your service or he's not qualified for it, why waste time and energy to even talk to him? Think of it like this. If you walk into a hospital waiting room and shout, "Who wants to get healthier?" you might get some attention. But if you walk in and say, "If you've been struggling with headache and flu for 6 months and nothing's worked, this will," now you have got the right people listening. Stop trying to talk to everyone and start speaking directly to those who are ready to solve very specific problems. This will not only get you more qualified leads and sales, but it will save you tons of time and energy. Part 2, the 3 elements you are missing. Number 1, positioning. Become the face of the fix. You're not just a coach, you're the answer to someone's problem. Positioning is what builds that perception. To become the authority, you must name the pain your audience feels. The more you make your people aware of their problem and how it's affecting them, the more they'll see you as an authority. Number 2, claim a category. Instead of being a business coach, be the high-ticket conversion mentor for your target audience. You have to be unique and specify in one thing to become the black sheep. Number 3, own a process. Your framework or what you teach should stand out. Even if your competition are using the same process, you need to figure out a way to make it stand out. Create a name for it, reframe the reason why it works, make the process emotionally stick. There are so many ways you can use to make it stand out and stick to your brand. A unique angle I want you to see is think like a documentary, not a creator. The best documentaries don't just show talent, they reveal obsession, depth, and proof. You must show that you live and breathe the niche, not just teach it. Number 2, value delivery. Shift minds, don't just share tips. Tips are Googleable. Transformation is what stops the scroll. What is value? It's clarity, plus conviction, plus utility. Clarity is simplifying complexity. Make hard things digestible. We live in a time where all our unconscious mind wants everything to come in ease. I'm not saying to make it easy, because nothing in this life is easy, but to refine it without complexity. Conviction is saying what no one else is willing to say. Be the bold voice. Don't be afraid to give your unpopular or controversial opinion on something. In fact, if you say it the right way, you'll gain more respect and people will start to see you as a guy who has another solution that might be the way out. Utility is giving steps, not just theories. Here's how you implement X in 24 hours. Your advice needs to be actionable. It needs to move the needle forward, not maintain its position. With every post, every message, every reaction, you need to move forward. Number 3, CTA strategy. Engineer the journey. Your audience are cold. The For You page is the intro to the party, but the call to action should act like a funnel tour guide. And a good CTA isn't by now, it's a bridge from their current stuck place to your proven process. Step 1, when people touch on your reel on the FYP, say something like, "Want more actionable breakdowns? Hit my profile." Step 2, on your profile say something like, full strategy breakdowns weekly on my YouTube channel. This totally depends on your niche and how you solve problems. But the important part is to fill the gap of the problem by the thing you are saying. Step 3, YouTube. This is my most beloved place. Here is where the nurturing happens and your audience gets pre-sold. If you're not posting on YouTube, you are so behind in the competition. Embed a CTA like for case studies and to see if we can help, visit our website. There you will find how I help people that are struggling with a problem/pain point and how their life has transformed. Step 4, on your website have a VSL, testimonials and proof. Your website can play tons of roles other than just for booking calls. It can be where your sales assets are, where you nurture your audience even further, and many other things. Each CTA should act like a bridge that takes your audience from point A to point B. Part 3, leading versus positioning. This pivot I make with every client. Stop asking what will get views. Start asking what will build belief. Belief is that your audience can get results. Belief is that you are the guide that will help them get there. Lead-based content is the system that builds belief. Positioning is easy, but leading is rare. A real leader sounds like, I know exactly what you're going through, I've been there, and I've built a roadmap. The leaders take responsibility for the audience's transformation, speak with confidence, not hype, and set standards. This approach is strategic and targeted. And yes, it will and still perform. But now it also converts. A leader in content is like a surgeon in the ER. Calm, certain, and commanding. When your audience feels chaos, they don't want energy, they want direction. Be that direction they are looking for. Part 4, and what I like to call the shift. Want to make content that converts? Here's the key question. What must they believe before they can buy? And you should know this by now. Lead-based content doesn't chase likes. It builds belief. 3 beliefs you should build. This problem is solvable. Others like me have solved it. This creator is the best person to help me. Some tactics to use. Show transformations, not just results. Share I used to be stories from your own or from clients. Use contrast hooks. You think X is the problem, but it's actually Y. And now for part 5, the framework. Educate, trust, then invite. Here is the content system in motion. Educate, eliminating the blind spots. You think views equal sales? Here is why that's wrong. Number 2, earn trust. Share insights that reframe their beliefs. And for the third one, offer help. Here is how we work with coaches like you to double their qualified leads in 60 days. If you want the same, here's how to start. And each of these phases stacks. Educate builds awareness, trust builds authority, and invite builds business. This isn't a funnel, it's a transformation pipeline that makes your audience qualified and pre-sold to the service you're offering. If you're tired of posting content that gets applause but no applications, if you know you're made to make a bigger impact and income, but your audience isn't moving, it's not you, it's your system. I help coaches like you turn attention into sales through a proven content strategy that attracts, nurture, and converts. Book a call with me through the link in the description down below, and let's turn your content into clients.